Serval. Serval? Severt? Serval? Okay.
Weather's pretty nice, huh? Oh.
Where did they get to? Ah! Speak of the devil. I was just wondering when you might show up. Don't worry, there's enough to go around. On the house. Order whatever you like.
Oh yeah.
There's something I need your help with.
The only person who hasn't been stingy with rewards
I had to
is
make it up
Serval.
to you somehow. Looks like we're not the only ones who wanted afternoon tea today, though. We'll have to stand up for the time being.
Something is it favor?
Was it that obvious? I'm out of practice. Well, you're clearly better traveled than I am, and I know how generous you are. I feel embarrassed to ask now. How can I put this? If I remember correctly, you, March, and Don Hong came here on that train. The Astral Express, right?
You want to come along?
I was wondering, is the train
Yes!
accepting new passengers?
Please.
Well, it's just... the dust has settled now. The Stellaron problem has been resolved.
She's gonna ditch her brother?
Cacolia. Forget it.
No.
It's nothing.
I mean...
Forget I said anything.
No, she wants
You
to learn about the
see,
Stellaron.
There's not much left for me here except to carry on repairing equipment in the workshop. I like practicing the guitar, and performances are fun, but the crowds are pretty small. Besides, I'm a researcher. How could I not get excited about the chance to explore new worlds up close?
Yeah, right?
Everyone gets tired of living in small places like Bellabog after a few years, right? Really?
Welcome
You're
aboard.
gonna say yes? Just
Yes,
like that?
we've got to... You have to ask the others.
I understand. I'm counting on you. I know this is a lot
It's
to
so
ask
hype.
out of the blue, so apologies in advance.
She sounds so happy when she's apologizing.
I knew I could count on you.
There goes Serval. I better send Himiko a text and ask about the request. Or, I guess I could ask Mr. Yang? Or Pom Pom? Who's the best one to ask?
Oh, Himiko, obviously. Mr. Yang's gonna be like, there's so many things you're so unaware of. No, absolutely not. Pom Pom's gonna be like, Pom Pom doesn't blah blah blah.
Let's send a message to Himiko.
Himiko's the boss lady. If anyone wants to join. She's meticulous, I think. Yes! Aww. Why is Himiko barely getting passengers though, right? Like, why have they not invited people before? Or have they invited people before and things have gone bad? I wonder, right? It's, interesting.
Come around and have a look.
Little suspicious, not gonna lie. Oh no, she's saying bye to
You should
Japar.
go and talk to Lady Bronya, Serval. It was her personal invite, after all.
I know. Let me think about it.
bad time?
Oh, no, not at all. I could do with a hand, actually.
Perfect timing. Please, talk some sense into her.
About what?
I knew it.
I try to stay out of family squabbles. I'm not taking sides. I don't even know what the deal is.
That's just it. There is no deal.
Serval, I understand your reluctance to rejoin the Silvermane Guards.
But
Lady Bronya values your
no.
talent, and
Oh.
she sees how much you could contribute to the rejuvenation
That's
of
like
Belobog.
trying to go back to
So I
your
came
old
to talk
job
to you
under new
about it.
management. That's so...
In any case, you should at least pay her a visit.
Okay, I get it. I'll make a trip to Klipoth Fort and tell Bronya what I really think. Sorry, I need to get this over with. Let me know what they said when I get back.
Same old Serval.
Was Bronya cut off guard by asking... Yeah.
Join the Express? I see. No wonder she seems so flustered. So,
Oh no!
that's what's on her mind.
No, I actually did that on purpose.
Sorry, my head's still in the argument. It's like this. As you know, my sister used to be one of the research team leads in the
Why don't you
Silvermane
come with me
Guard's
instead?
technology
Because I'd
division.
like a tank, please.
Stellarons were her main area of research, but her expertise went far beyond Stellarons. She was, and still is, well versed in mechanical engineering and other fields. Immediately after her succession, Lady Bronya set her sights on Serval's talents. The Supreme Guardian wants her to resume her technological research and be a shining light for the revitalization of Belobog. However, you saw her attitude just now. I doubt her meeting with Lady Bronya will change anything. It'll probably just leave them both feeling dejected.
It's
I
just
think
see the
there's
outside
more than
world.
one element to it. My intuition tells me this is mostly linked to Madame Cocolia's passing.
Oh, they were best friends, right?
Never
Tell me.
mind. It's just a personal hunch. I've never been good at reading my sister's mind. I can tell the two of you have a close bond. If you get the chance, see if you can persuade her to open up about it. Hand on heart, I wouldn't want to see her sitting behind a desk in Klipoth Fort and sighing all day either. Belobog is too small a place for a mind as inquisitive as Serval's. Maybe it would be better for her to join you on your journey. I'll admit, I'm a little worried about how she plans on getting all this across to Lady Bronya. Are you busy? Let's go and wait for her in front of Klipoth Fort.
He doesn't ask me, he just drags me there. He's like, hey, you're not doing anything. And Molly's the workshop assistant. Does that mean that, Molly's not gonna... Okay, well, I'll just see what happens. Thanks, Molly.
You know what I mean.
Doesn't seem like they've finished talking yet. I hope it's not turning into a shouting match.
I understand
Star
your
Rail.
circumstances, Serval.
Oh, no.
I respect your choice. It was my mistake to
Oh,
make an
did she
unwarranted
already-
request
she
without
already
considering your
decided?
own wishes. Allow me to offer you my apologies. I hope you don't take this matter to heart.
Oh, no.
No need, Bronya. You're a Supreme Guardian now. Don't let a little thing like this... Besides, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I've put my own personal reasons ahead of Belobog's reconstruction.
I get it, Serval. After all, you and Mother... Sorry, I don't mean to open up old wounds, but there's something I need to ask you.
That's so sad. Yeah.
This guitar, I found it after going through Mother's old things. She was never a music lover, so I thought this might be connected to you.
Cocolia... You...
Huh?
It's nothing. You're right, it does belong to me. In fact, it once belonged to me and Cocolia. It was our shared treasure. If you don't mind, Rania, could I take it back to the workshop?
Of course. I'm sure there's a story behind it. But that's between you and Mother. I won't pry. I hope you have an amazing journey, Serval. Do remember to visit home when you get the chance.
I will. Thank you, Rania. I assume you heard our conversation just now. I didn't expect her to be so open-minded. And she didn't even try to persuade me to stay. She didn't summon me just to return the guitar, did she?
I wouldn't rule it out. She's good at reading people's minds. She would have known that you'd never set foot in the Paw Fort voluntarily.
This is like...
After all these years, I never thought I'd set eyes on this guitar again. Guess we're stuck with each other.
Did Kakoya like rock and roll too?
If she did, I never knew about it.
The story behind this guitar. It'll take a while to tell. When we were in cadet school, Kakolia and I were notoriously disruptive. We were always coming up with the next crazy invention. We called it exploring the infinite possibilities of new technologies. This guitar was one of those inventions. Kakolia came up with a name, the Super Electromagnetic Flux Player, or electric guitar for short.
Right.
Not really, no. She was a military history major, very different from what I was doing. Still, we hung out every day. It's only natural that my love for inventing would rub off on her. I told you it'd take a while to tell the story.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get back to the workshop first. By the way, want to help me pack my bags?
No, because Japard doesn't want to come with us. He doesn't want to be our tank.
Huh? That melody.
That's one of yours, right?
I didn't think many people liked that one. Seems the city might have a few nice memories of me after I'm gone. Well, it's getting late. Let's head back.
You know what I mean.
Oh boy.
There's no place like home. I never feel completely free out there. Japard, can you lend your dear sister a hand? Help me pack my bags.
Am I allowed to refuse? This place, just looking around gives me a headache.
Okay, I promise this is the last time. I'm about to go traveling with him. Who knows how long it'll be before I can visit home again. You should help me pack while you still have the chance.
Fine. I'll give you a hand.
You just need to make yourself at home. You've done plenty of work already.
No, wait. Let's see. Oh,
Oh,
what's this on
that's
this
a
desk?
letter I was gonna send to my mom. I haven't even finished reading it. There's nothing personal in it. Have a read if you like.
You're still writing to Mom and Dad?
Only to Mom. You know, I still don't get along with Dad.
You know, Serval, if you're really leaving Belobog for a while, you should pay them a visit first.
I'll think about it.
Japard, you
And I
stooge.
thought I was messy.
Looks like Japard's got his work cut out for him.
Well, let's see. Ah, yes. Silvermane Guard's standard issue portable heater. It's broken though.
It's a family heirloom. It belonged to Rhonda once. You should take care of it.
I wanted to keep it with me. But that's the problem with old things. The less you use them, the easier they break. Besides, no one's paying me to fix it, right? Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I teach you a few machine overhaul skills? Want to practice on this old antique?
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Sure,
You
how'd I
don't
fix it?
have to do everything she tells you.
No one's asking you,
The
Nosy.
principle behind this machine and the
I
one you
wanna
fixed
learn.
when you first came to the workshop is the same. You'll understand when you see it. So, I'll leave this one to you. In return, how about I tell you the backstory behind it?
Yes.
I knew you were a reliable apprentice. Think about it. You helped me fix my machine the first time you came here, and now you're helping me the last time, too. That's called having a beginning and an end, right?
Well done for putting up with her for this long.
So,
Wow, great
Cut
job.
it off.
Like I said, a reliable apprentice.
He's like, so, and she's like, shut up, Japar.
As promised, let me tell you the story behind this little heater. Its original owner was an ancestor of the Landau family, Rhonda Landau. She was one of our great heroes who participated in the defense of Belobog 700 years ago. The records tell that during the decisive battle, she led 2 Silvermane Guard brigades. She engaged the enemy for 4 full days and nights in the fight for the city. I still have the newspaper clippings from that time. I'll show you when I get the chance. Of course. After all, she was a Landau.
Take responsibility for your choices and the people of Belobog. Every Landau is driven by that ethos.
Since you're so curious, I'll give you the whole story. This guitar was actually given to me as a birthday present by Cocolia a long time ago. I came up with the design, but I was never able to build it. Some of the raw materials were either too expensive or too hard to get a hold of. She helped me turn the concept into reality. Quick as lightning, always keeping her word. That was her way of doing things. Back then, I thought we'd be friends for life.
If it was a gift, why was it in Madame Cocolia's office?
I don't think anyone realized, but back then we were so close we didn't even differentiate between each other's possessions. We shared pretty much everything.
Whoa.
We lived in the same dormitory, went to the same school together every day, ate together, whiled away the time together, and occasionally talked about music together, though
That's
it
like,
wasn't something
yeah.
she was overly familiar with. That's how things were until the day we fell out. A lot of our shared possessions never left her office again. I was always looking forward to the day she'd return this guitar. I thought that would be the day we could bury the hatchet.
Ben says she buried Madame Cocolia.
Now that I think about it, perhaps I was too naive. She'd probably forgotten it even existed. And that's the only Cocolia you guys ever got to know, huh? Always ahead of everyone else, never looking back. Even for a second, she put it all out of her mind. Me and every memory to do with me. I know, but that's what makes it harder.
Let bygones be bygones, sister.
How did the conversation get so heavy again? No good. Let's talk about something interesting. You know something, Japard? That guitar case in your hand and my guitar? They're both from the same prototype. The Super Electromagnetic Flux Player.
I never knew your guitar had a connection to me, too. Quite the story.
No, it's fine. It sort of is dry humor. That's usually, my humor is usually pretty dry and snarky. The more you guys are around me, the more comfortable I get with being me, but like, I'm usually really full of sarcasm and like, I'm always told I'm funny, but I usually don't show that side of myself on stream. Because usually there's games that I care about, so because I play games and I care about them, I take games very seriously. Versus, because I see them as like an art form versus people who just like make fun of everything. So in life, I tend to be, I don't know. I need to be more, I don't know. I need to unwind.
Oh, that? It's a botanical specimen. Little Lynxie sent it during one of her research trips. As for the name, I can't quite recall.
The Snowman's Palm, and Little Lynxie is the youngest sister of the Landau family, by the way.
Oh.
Ah, yes, yes. Snowman's palm. My memory's the worst.
I didn't know she had a sibling.
It's the only plant here that looks like it's still alive.
Hey, watch it. Anyway, this specimen means a lot to me, so I'm bringing it with me. Thanks for the reminder. That should be everything. Finally. I think I must have left cadet school with about the same amount.
No easy job. Serval, I want to ask you again. Do you really want to leave Belobog and go with the Trailblazers?
Of course. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I can't miss it. What's wrong, Japard? Oh, I see. Can't let go of your dear old sister, huh?
Forget it. I don't want to complicate things for you. But before you leave, I have one last request to make. The garrison is heading down to the underworld soon, to survey the situation around Boulder Town. Why don't you come with me?
Huh? You just said you didn't want to complicate things for me, and now you're sending me on a mission. Aha! You just want to spend as much time as possible with me before I go, right?
No, he wants her to see how complicated the underworld is and how much they need her. Because the underworld is in a completely different position than the overworld. And I think that Serval's bored because she's in the overworld, right? But there's probably so much she can do to help the underworld.
No, it's not that. I've heard there are a lot of old energy hubs in the underworld, and you're probably the only person in Belobog who knows how to inspect them. Since you're leaving one way or the other, why don't you do the people of the city one last favor before you go?
Even at a time like this, you're still thinking about the people. I don't know what to say. All right, I'll help you out. The first and last time the Landau siblings will work together.
I feel the same, right? Like, yeah, like she
Thanks,
should have
sis.
told them.
If you have the time,
If
would you
anybody
accompany the
deserves it, they
garrison?
deserve it.
You're Belobog's hero.
But
I'm
Japard's
sure
a
you
little
must be
dumb,
popular
so
in the
I don't know.
underworld. The Silvermane Guards will face less resistance if you come with us.
Yeah, I mean, I
Thanks.
don't know. So I'm usually
I'll
not
contact you
goofy
when the
and
guards
funny.
have
Like,
finished
I
their
can't.
preparations.
The popular streamers and YouTubers have a personality that's like crafted, right? Where they're like acting like a moron all the time, or they do something all the time, or they cry obsessively all the time, or they're overly sensitive. Like they always have like this shtick, right? And like I don't think that that's very authentic. So I just try to be me, and it's a little odd when I see people who are like they say they're them. I don't know. It's hard to judge
I'm tired
sometimes.
of packing.
You know.
Let's leave it here for today. Thanks for your help. Oh, I drank all the tea. Why am I getting sleepy?
The tea is drugged.
You're here. Thanks again for agreeing to this. You're not wrong. It's only been a few minutes. The highest priority for today is establishing good negotiations with the Chief of Wildfire. I'm about to get that process underway. Serval was a little delayed on the way over, but that doesn't affect our schedule. Let's set off.
Hold up, I wasn't that late.
Negotiations will be held in the Boulder Town Clinic. Serval and I are newcomers, so you'll have to lead the way. The underworld isn't exactly how I remember it.
Feels like we're not getting many friendly looks, huh?
I don't think our little clinic has ever played host to an occasion like this.
We meet again, Mr. Oleg.
Oleg will do, son. Oh, you. You probably won't know. Our young Silvermane friend here and I had the pleasure of speaking to each other at a certain Guardian succession ceremony. We're not complete strangers. But as for this young lady...
The name's Serval. I'm, an ex-engineer from the technology division, and... Japard's sister? Pleasure to meet you, Chief.
Likewise, miss. The more the merrier. And it's good to have you here again. It bothered me and Natasha that we never arranged a formal welcome for you. Once we're done talking, you must all join us for a meal.
We'd be honored. But to your point, Oleg, let's finish our discussions first.
Yeah, see? How did I know? How did in the back of my mind know that you like statistics? So, for statistics, which one did you go with? Did you go with that 5-star or the other for the hunt? Cause it's hard because like, I like the speed and the damage, but like, if you kill an enemy, you get the 43% buff off the kill. That's pretty, for 3 turns, that's pretty high.
Quite right. Let's
You
head
know?
inside. Too much
I know which
commotion
one you
out
use
here.
on Seele, but Seele is different. She built different. Because here's the thing, Seele, when she kills, she gets an extra turn, right? Which totally makes sense that you would use this arc thingy. Because this arc thingy, you get the you know? But I like this because it's like, until I get hit, I get 8% speed plus the 12% damage. It's just like, it's hard, because like I said, I don't know. Maybe I'll work on leveling this and then just be like... Because it's really good, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, you know. Oh, does it have a soft cap? So then maybe that's why people don't use... I guess I'll just leave it alone for now. I mean, it's sort of pointless. I mean, I'm not doing anything with it. In my head, I'm just thinking, I don't know which is better right now.
Huh. So she's your sister. The Landau family is full of talented young people, I see.
You're worried that Underworlders might still hold a grudge against the Silvermane guards. So you want to show your solidarity with the Trailblazers to build some trust. Seems like a sound strategy to me.
Rebuilding trust between the two worlds has always been a priority for Lady Bronya. People here must have felt abandoned by the guards after the passage was sealed off. If we were to simply take over the Underworld in the name of the Supreme Guardian, I can only imagine how people would react.
Seems like you have a good handle on the situation. I see now why you made captain at such a young age.
So, you're also saying the guards want to work with Wildfire and use our reputation to win back people's support.
Dang, Natasha.
Correct?
I wouldn't use those exact words, but that is more or less what we want to achieve.
If that's the case, I've got a question for you. Since this offer comes from those who left us to our fate for more than a decade, how would you react if Wildfire refused? Would you use force?
Natasha's still my favorite.
She's not trying to be diplomatic about it, is she? Who is she, anyway?
The barrier between the surface and the underground was the product of the former Supreme Guardian's misjudgment, and the policies that resulted from it. The people of Belobog should have stood together, but instead, we were made to blame and hate one another. Lady Bronya wants Belobog to heal, so the Silvermane guards need to regain the people's trust. But we won't achieve that by kicking doors open and policing everyone around. As a grassroots organization, Wildfire did an extraordinary job maintaining order for over a decade, in the absence of the guards. I can only imagine how much work you put in to protect the underworld. I can assure you, that the guards are not here to seize power. If it takes time for the people to trust us, so be it. We're willing to take small measures and serve as an auxiliary force to Wildfire to help maintain peace. I hope you can see that everything we do to rebuild trust and make Belobog work for all.
Little Jeppy is grown up.
I've never really seen this side of him before. The more you learn.
That's an answer I can accept. Oleg, what do you think?
I think there's no need for the guessing game to continue. It's obvious we share the same goal. With the help of Branya, Serval, and Gepard, we're one step closer to rebuilding a united Belobog.
I agree. Tell Branya that Wildfire will work with the Silvermane guards on security matters. However, things aren't simple down here. Please also tell her to draw up plans in case the situation demands...
Monsters!
Monsters from the Fragmentum! They're swarming toward the town!
Not good. Stay here, Natasha. The patients need you. The soldiers and I will handle this.
Understood. We'll be counting on you.
Everyone rushed outside. I should probably see what's happening.
Please, help my friends! The monsters invaded the mine. Please, you have to save my friends. Otherwise, those things would tear them apart.
Don't worry. The Silvermane guards are trained for these situations. Where do we find them?
The Great Mine! The one with the big ore vein!
Understood. I'll send my men to set up a perimeter and start the rescue operation right away. Mr. Oleg, please entrust the Silvermane guards with the rescue. The defense of Boulder Town will need Wildfire's expertise. Watch out for ambushes, and be ready to receive wounded soldiers.
You're a natural-born commander. Understood. Leave it to me, son. Your troops will be unfamiliar with the layout of the mine. I'll send some of my men to be your guides.
Thank you. In the name of the preservation, I promise we'll do everything we can to save lives. I'll go on ahead and lead the troops to the mine. Catch up to us when you can.
Eyes. My eyes.
I couldn't get a word in while they were talking. A duty-bound soldier and a resistance leader. It's hard to be rock and roll in front of people like that. You know, maybe I need to put my inner struggles in a broader context. My own way? I don't even remember what kind of life I want. It's just... I see people fighting for their lives, and here I am thinking about how to escape. I feel guilty about that. Wait a
Why?
minute. Was that Gepard's plan all along? Use guilt to make me stay? That's true. Anyway, since he asked for help, it's time to give those monsters a shock. You know the way to the Great Mine, right? Let's catch up with Gepard when you're ready. That's all you needed to say.
Yep.
Put all artillery units on standby. Wait for my command to bombard enemy positions and cover our infantry advance. We have a choke point here. Tell all infantry units to switch to double-line formation. Close quarters in front, gunners behind. Remember, get the wounded out as soon as possible, and always secure your flanks before advancing.
Yes, sir!
Ah, you're here. Get ready. We need to help the infantry lines drive deep into the mine. The battle is reaching a pivotal point. I have to get to the front line. I'll leave the command post to my officers. We have clear objectives, and the terrain is relatively easy to read. My officers are well trained. The command system will be in good hands.
I accidentally clicked something on my mic, so I was just making sure we're good.
I I don't know much about warfare, but I don't see why a commander needs to lead the charge. The situation here is totally different from the restricted zone. Japard, let me and him clear the way for you. You should stay in your command post.
Thanks, Serval. But please trust my judgment on this. I made a promise to Mr. Oleg to save as many people as possible. I have to see to it myself.
There's no stopping you once you've made up your mind. Fine. We'll do it your way.
Let's move out. We need to clear a way for Wildfire and the guards. It's too dangerous here. Find the Silvermane guards and Wildfire at the bridge. They'll protect you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
The worst. Okay. Sorry.
Zeno, take my hand. Let's get out of here. It's so cold here. I'm scared.
The monsters have gotten stronger somehow. I don't remember them being this difficult.
Thank goodness we got here in time. If we'd arrived any later...
That's one brave little girl. You were like that at her age too.
Huh? I wouldn't go that far. I only had Dad to deal with. He could be fierce, but nothing like the monsters here. Besides, my problem with him wasn't that he was a strict father. I just couldn't believe that he never lifted a finger to oppose Kokolia's order to seal the passageway. Vowing to protect the Underworlders in one breath, and then deciding they deserve to be abandoned in the next? Family code of conduct. What a joke.
Father was a soldier. He wasn't supposed to question the orders from his superiors. Never mind. I know I sound like I'm defending him, and I don't want to make you angry. At least now we've got the chance to right the wrongs.
Japard's really dumb, isn't he?
I'm angry just thinking about it. Looking back, I'm glad I left home early.
Running away doesn't solve the problem. It's been ages since you two had those fights, but you still can't let it go. You need to walk out of his shadow. I'm not trying to change your mind. I just want to know that your choice to leave this planet is a result of having thought things through. Not because you're trying to run away from something.
My choice.
Sorry, I sound like Dad.
Don't worry about it. I get what you're trying to say. I do. It's just... I need some time. Let's focus on the business at hand. That miner we met said his brother came this way.
Okay. Be careful, though. I sense a drop in temperature. It could mean something we haven't encountered before is waiting for us. Stay on your toes.
These monsters are tough. I need to find those kids.
Hey, did you just scare off a Fragmentum monster?
Kind of. There was one on its own. I managed to chase it away. Speaking of which, you came from that direction, right? Did you see two little kids, a girl and her brother? Ah, thank goodness. I chased the monster too far and lost him.
They'll be okay now. You should head back to the bridge, too. The guards and Wildfire have set up a safe zone there.
But this guy, I don't know, right? When's his banner? This
Thank
the
you,
strong
all of
miner
you.
banner.
I'm just glad they're okay. I heard there's a powerful monster down the road, some kind of leader of the pack. I'd take caution.
Thanks for the intel. We'll be careful. I think he was right about the monster. You two, no sudden moves. I've seen this type of monster a few times near the... Wait,
Yes,
don't
let's
get
beat
too
him up.
close. Something's not right.
No, we're fine. We don't care. We're over leveled.
These monsters are usually eager to fight. You're guaranteed a fierce battle if you see one in the Fragmentum, but this one doesn't seem concerned about us. This could be a trap. I'm not sure either. I just have a feeling that something's different.
The air... It's so cold.
Stellaron promises. Serval.
Did it just talk?
Steady. Get ready to counter its attack.
Can Japard not hear that?
Japard. Serval. Londo.
Did it just say Japard and Serval?
That noise! Do fragmentum monsters usually sound like this?
Talking?
Yeah, it's talking.
I just hear white noise. Wait. You understand it?
Our names? What's happening here?
I heard rumors about this kind of monster. Shadows in the fragmentum that assume human form are echoes of the will of past guardians. If the rumors are true, could it be?
Kaguya.
Dun dun dun!
You just won't stop haunting me. I try everything to put the past behind me, and yet you always manage to creep up again. Kaguya, you witch! You've terminated my research and ruined my life. What else do you want to take away from me?
Calm down, Serval. It's just a fragmentum illusion.
All that time we spent together, was any of it real? It was so easy for you to just leave this world behind. Don't you at least owe me an explanation?
Serval!
Londo. Stand down. There is no place for you.
Dang! In the promised world. Wow.
Sister, I know you want Madame Cacolia to respond, but this thing in front of us is our enemy. It was born out of the evil gathered in the fragmentum. You won't get answers from it. Fight with us, sister. Let's dispel the shadow of the past once and for all. Of course, if you're not yet able to confront the past, then he and I will fight for you. Until your heart is ready.
You too. I'm sorry, brother. I always make you worry when things get serious, but I see what you're doing. Reverse psychology, huh? Well, seeing as we've come this far, Cacolia, let's settle this bad blood right here, right now.
Dun dun dun!
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Nice teamwork.
Help me improve. Blade and flight.
I'm okay.
Lance
Better late than never.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Time for sword
Right?
play. Strike with heart. Welcome, customers.
That's no fun.
Yeah. Sagacious discernment.
That's better.
Nice teamwork.
How many can you block? Blade and flight. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Fight is fun.
I think
Next time.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward! Hit!
Time for sword play.
Naughty child.
How many can you strike with heart? Blade and flight. I can breathe easy again. Remember this moment. Strike with heart. Practice is over. Swords descend!
Serval. Serval, why do you have to stand?
The temperature is returning to normal.
So mean. I should
The
stand in
monsters
her
are
way.
retreating. I think it's safe to say that the shadow of Madame Cocolia was the reason for this invasion. The other anomalies we experienced were probably also a direct result. Whatever the case, we've managed to avert a crisis. Indeed it was. We're lucky to have an experienced fighter like you who can adapt to different enemies. It would have taken us much longer to fight off the shadow without you. Serval, how are you feeling?
I feel like something heavy has finally been lifted. All that noise before it perished.
Oh, man.
Really? I guess it doesn't matter. From here on out, I'm over that woman.
I can tell you mean it this time. I'm happy for you, Serval. It's not easy to truly put the past behind you. Looks like we accomplished our mission. I need to get back to the guards and Wildfire to wrap things up. You two should head over to Natasha's place and check in on the wounded.
Sure. Come find us later at the clinic.
And like she said, it doesn't matter. She's over it. She said. She said she's over it. So. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't seen the stream yet. Unless it already aired and no one told me. I know they mind the banner. They have that one 4-star dude, the fighting dude.
Wonder if I'll discover any rare swords.
I see. Thanks for bringing me up to speed. The clinic has been busy while you were gone. We've treated many people, soldiers and civilians alike. All in all, I owe everyone a big thank you. It would have been much harder if Wildfire had operated alone. Thanks to Captain Japard, we managed to keep our losses to a minimum. I'm sure people will begin to appreciate the Silvermane Guards after this battle. How could I forget about you two? We couldn't have done it without your help.
You're too kind. They deserve the real credit. I doubt I'd have come back in one piece without them.
Sounds like you went through a lot of danger. Are you hurt, Miss Serval? I can have a look if you like.
I'm alright, don't worry. Everything worked out eventually. Let's wait for the rest of them to get back.
Miss Natasha, we've returned.
Is that Japard?
Mr. Oleg has a pretty good handle on what's needed in the mine. He's arranging for rescue teams and supplies to be sent over. He won't be back for a while.
Looks like you guys have the situation under control. Thank you. I'd love to sit down and chat with all of you, but I still have a backlog of patients to see. Oh, there was a girl and her brother who said you saved their lives. You might want to check on them and see how they're doing.
Natasha's right. We should make sure those children are all right.
Oh my gosh, Japard. We just want to
Come
take
on,
your sister on an
drink it up and
express.
you'll feel better.
But there's smoke coming out of it.
It's you. You saved us from the monsters in the mine. You guys are Silverman guards from the overworld, right? If you hadn't been there, we would have... I'll think of a way to repay you. I'll get a job and... That's very kind of you. If Mom and Dad were still here, they'd want us to return the favor.
Mom and Dad went somewhere far away a long time ago. Haven't come back yet.
They'll come back one day, Zeno.
So, you're looking after your brother on your own? That must be hard.
Not really. It's my responsibility as a sister. I'm just worried that with all these monster invasions, maybe one day I won't. My brother is too young to survive in the underworld. To think he might have to live on his own.
The misjudgment of the former Supreme Guardian isolated the underworld for more than a decade. With that isolation came tragedy. But under Lady Bronya's leadership, the Silvermane Guards will atone for past mistakes and bring relief to the people. From now on, you don't need to worry about the safety of your family.
Captain Shepard.
Taking care of yourself is hard enough under these circumstances, let alone if you have a brother to look after. I know it can't have been easy. Zeno, right?
Yes, Mr. Captain.
You're still young, so you need to stay under your sister's wing. But when you grow up, remember to use what you've learned to protect her. Be there when she needs you, and listen to her when she feels vulnerable. She'll do the same for you.
Okay, sir. I'll protect my sister when I grow up.
Thank you, Captain Shepard. Zeno and I will remember your words.
You know, I'm pretty good at turning a happy reunion into a tear fest. Let's call it a day and give them some room. If you're not too tired, Shepard, can I talk to you for a moment?
No, he's gonna take her away from us. I mean, it's only natural, but part of me wanted her to ditch this planet.
What you said back there, did you really mean it?
Of course I did. And it wasn't some last-minute speech I cobbled together. It's how I always felt. We can't always face problems alone and build walls to keep people out. We need to learn to rely on others. Especially those we care about the most.
I know what you're up to, Jeppy.
Huh? What do you mean?
You made it sound like you were talking to those kids. But you were talking to me. Who's building that wall now?
Well, a Landau just called out a Landau.
Shepard. I changed my mind.
No!
Change of plan. I've decided to stay in Belobog.
Serval, I just want you to know that I would have supported your decision, no matter what you chose. I wasn't trying to force you to stay.
I know that, Shepard. Don't worry. I've thought this one through for a change. What you said was the last piece of the puzzle for me. I suddenly realized that my decision to leave was just me trying to run away from my problems. Wasn't a mature decision. I've always found it hard to handle complex relationships. Be it Cocolia or my family. The first thought I have when things don't work out is to run away. Starting from today, that's no longer the case. After all, I'm not doing this on my own, right?
Right.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had any idea about the hardships people were going through in the underworld. It made me feel like maybe I could help.
Oh no, are they having savior
and make
syndrome?
Belobog a
Don't
better
have savior
place.
syndrome.
I have
Don't
one
do that to
last
people.
thing that I might need your help with. I want to see the Stellaron. I want to see the place where Cocolia sacrificed herself.
Say no more. We'll go with you.
Oh, but before that, I need to go back to the workshop and get something. Why don't you head north first? It's all right. I've got Shepard with me.
Sure, why not, lady?
It's cold here. Is this the the Stellaron imprisonment device? They had such advanced technology back in the day. Impressive.
This is where Madame Cacolia died.
She gave something back in death. I wanted to come here to perform for Cacolia. To say goodbye. I'm glad you guys are here to witness it. Not the nicest spot for a show. And the equipment could be better. Sorry about that.
The stage is yours, sister.
Look at me, Cacolia. Don't you dare look away, because I will no longer live in your shadow!
That was performing? That was destroying property. That wasn't a performance.
Happy?
Happy. I just wish I could have seen the look on her face.
Rock and roll. More like rolling the rock into the ground and letting it roll.
Well, that's all from me. Thanks for sticking by my side throughout all of this. As for tonight, let's go to old Gerda's place and have a big feast to celebrate.
So, you're getting the tab?
Hey, right? Stress eating. He's like, he puts his head down, he's like, you rock, Madame Cacolia. He's like, no, that's not what they mean at all.
Welcome to the Interastral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
As Klapoth the Preservation's giant hammer slowly descends, its strike echoes among the stars with a deafening clamor.
The Intelligentsia Guild's Astral Ecology School has declared the official end of 2157 AE and the start of 2158 AE.
Yeah, listen to the
In
news.
this new era, the Interastral Peace Corporation will continue to wholeheartedly support the peaceful coexistence and commercial prosperity of all residents in the galaxy.
The IPC will remain true to its sole creed upon which it was founded, to dedicate everything to the Amber Lord.
Let's take a moment to look back at some of the biggest happenings in 2157 AE.
The mysterious phenomenon known as Stellaron corrosion continues to propagate. Stellarons have blocked travel between civilizations since 2147 AE, and they shattered the union of the worlds that were once united under the path of the Amber Lord.
For the entirety of the past 10 Amber eras, the Interastral Peace Corporation has never given up on our hope of reconnecting the worlds.
With the Intelligentsia Guild's ardent support, we have begun developing technologies to bypass Stellaron corrosion. Experiments conducted across 113 galaxies have shown promising results. The galaxy is vast, yet we are not alone. The Astral Express, once piloted by the fallen Eon Akavili the Trailblaze, has embarked on its journey once again.
These young Nameless claim to have inherited the will of Akavili and will re-establish the access routes between the stars, recreating the first prosperity from 990 Amber eras ago.
On behalf of the Interastral Peace Corporation, we wish the best of luck to the Trailblazers of the Astral Express.
While the residents of the galaxy are plagued by the Stellarons, A new evil organization called the Stellaron Hunters has been stirring up trouble.
As we previously discussed on our program, the Stellaron Hunters illegally gained access to planet
This is where you get a lot of the
which is
back
under
end
the
story.
purview of the Genius Society, and clashed with the head of the planet, Screw'em.
Our latest reports suggest that the criminal group has recently been spotted on the Cienjo Lafu. The IPC's special commissioner to the Alliance has contacted General Jing Yuan of the Lafu to verify this information. We have yet to receive a response.
The Stellaron Hunters have committed many significant crimes. Any one of their members has the power to destroy a planet, and it remains uncertain which Eon the group is loyal to. They are classified as extremely dangerous terrorists.
If you encounter anyone suspected of being a Stellaron Hunter, please contact the IPC immediately, and do not act on your own. Anyone who provides useful information will be substantially rewarded.
Meanwhile, many factions have received an invitation to Penacony, the planet of festivities. This is the first time that the family in Penacony has openly sent formal invitations to all galactic factions.
The Interastral Peace Corporation is among the factions invited. The head of the Strategic Investment Department, Diamond, has stated that we will carefully examine the purpose behind this gesture and respond to it in a positive and friendly manner.
We look forward to having all galactic factions join together to protect our homelands and defend against the invasion of evil forces.
The Lord Ravager Zephyro was spotted at the Tianua Galaxy. According to the morning actors, that galaxy has been completely destroyed.
Rip.
The Antimatter Legion is ravaging through the galaxy and has caused countless calamities. The IPC would like to remind everyone to remember the significance of the preservation.
Any planet with a telepathy beacon can obtain from the IPC free copies of the Interastral Peace Guide, written by the architects. At the beginning of 2158 AE,
I love lore, so I just listen. Yeah, right.
Like to proudly announce that the famous scientist, Madame Herta of the Genius Society, has officially committed to a long-term alliance and cooperative relationship with the IPC.
Madame Herta is the third genius of the Erudition to partner with the IPC, after member number 22, Aiden, and member number 56, Elias Salas. The corporation stands united with Madame Herta to protect the Amber Lord's universe.
And this is the end of our broadcast. Please tune in for our next episode. Thank you for listening.
Clara! Clara, I'm here.
The stolen parts again? How am I going to track down this crook?
Good question.
Oh, it's you. There have been a few unusual thefts in the dwelling over the past few days.
Oh, unusual?
The vagrants say that the parts they worked so hard to obtain have completely vanished. They're worried that there's a thief in the dwelling. Despite our investigations, no one has been able to track down the thief. The vagrants had no choice but to ask Mr. Svarog to look into it. Jeez. I'm baffled. Are you also here to look into this case? Oh, I heard the vagrants on patrol last night ran across the thief again, but you sound so cool. You're like one of the characters from Mr. Svarog's movies. Seeing you so fired up has me excited too. Now, let's get started.
Sophie-chan! No, I miss Atelier. Man. Can we start Atelier 2? Maybe we can do that. I need to stop playing Honkai Star Rail and go play Atelier. Dang it. That's alright.
Sir, how are you? I heard you saw the thief who stole the parts last night.
Who's there? Oh, Clara, it's you. I did see the thief last night, but...
This nickname is a bit embarrassing.
Nickname? I just said you were a detective.
Detective?
That sounded,
I see. You're here
yeah,
to help
see?
catch the thief, right? It's great that there are more people here to solve this case. Hold on. I'll explain what happened last night. Just let me gather my thoughts first. Okay. So, last night, I was on patrol when I bumped into the thief stealing the parts. I'm sorry. I was cold and hungry while on patrol last night, so I decided to return to the dwelling and heat up some leftover canned food for a snack. But when I entered the tent, the thief's silhouette scurried across my vision. I couldn't see the thief's face because the tent was so dark, but because when he turned to flee, he swung a knife right across my face. In that moment, I really thought I was going to die. I could feel the blades chill on my cheeks
Oh my
and
gosh.
smell its rusty scent. Also, I saw the outline of him in the dark. Can you believe that?
It sounds bizarre, but it could be a clue.
Right.
I'll just, sir, please take a deep breath. So, the thief was armed with a metal weapon and had a, square
Obviously a
head.
robot, Clara.
Yes! That's correct!
I'm struggling to make sense of these clues. Do you have any thoughts?
Huh? We cracked the case. The culprit has a square head.
Cool it!
Will of preservation!
Shift the balance.
It's a tiny robot? Is it searching for something? But I don't remember Mr. Svarog issuing an order like this recently. It looks like it's carrying the vagrant's missing parts and those tracks and metal scratches we noticed earlier. That would be quite strange. Yet,
Remote control.
such a scenario can't be ruled out. This small robot doesn't appear to be a Bellobob creation. It looks like it's been welded together from random scrap metal material.
Human. Injured. No. Hurt. Please don't.
Oh no!
I don't understand what it's saying, but it doesn't appear to be trying to flee or attack us. It appears to be trying to say something. Is it trying to say, please don't hurt me, humans?
Human. Parts. Rivet. Need. Repair. Need. Town. Parts.
Right.
Need. Hurt. Don't.
It appears to have a malfunction, but I think I can understand it. It seems that it needs these parts. I've never seen a robot with this kind of malfunction before. What happened to it? Although the small robot appears to want to communicate, its speech is all scrambled. Perhaps there's an issue with its language module.
Run. Escape. Open. Fire. Workshop. Chase. Don't.
That's not good.
It's running away. No, we can't let it escape. It still has the vagrant's parts. What should we do? We gotta stop it. But please don't be too rough on it. I'll figure out a way to repair it later.
Okay, Clara. Too rough on it with my level 50s. Okay.
Hurt. Pain. No. Hurt. Don't. Pain. Suffer. Sorry. Parts. Sorry.
Time for swordplay.
Practice.
Don't be too rough on it. Okay.
Sorry. Hurt. Suffer. No. Pain. Sorry. Sorry. Pain.
I'm already out. I'm out. I'm sorry. I don't like hurting robots.
Pain. Sorry. Ouch. Pain. Sorry.
No,
Why?
stop.
Sorry. Pain. Suffer. Sorry.
It seems to have stopped working. Yes, but why? I feel bad about this. I guess we should return this little fella and the parts. I think I can... I'll repair it.
Yeah, right?
I'll ask Mr. Svarog for help. He always knows what to do.
It's like, Clara, you piece of trash, you killed that robot.
Initiating assessment of the robot's condition. Please wait, Clara.
While Mr. Svarog is assessing this little fella, let's give it a quick checkup ourselves. This paint job and these custom parts. But one thing is for certain. This little fella is not under remote control. He's operating entirely of his own accord. Its design is, well, unique. I've never seen a robot with a design like this before.
Okay, so here's the thing. I already know that a human was hurt and he was trying to help this human.
Thrown together
But Claire's
rather
too
quickly.
dumb to understand
Is
from
it
the
a
few words that he
failed
said.
Robot pet creation that has been
No, he's trying to
abandoned?
help its
But
human.
if it's a pet, then why would it gather parts itself?
God.
I've heard that some vagrants in the dwelling keep the little robots they find as pets. Some vagrants also make modifications to their pets, which they call pet upgrades. Pets like that are pretty rare, but some of the folks who have them have formed a small community to share ideas. If my memory serves me right, the parts this little fella stole were originally designed for that kind of pet upgrade. The vagrants, or to be more accurate, the majority of the people in the underworld, regard robots as nothing more than tools. But I disagree. Robots have their own thoughts and feelings. It's great that you understand what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I just suddenly felt some strong emotions. Let's get back to work on repairing the small robot. This jack's placement is odd.
Assessment of the robot's condition is complete. The shell damage is estimated to be 98.2%.
Does that mean most of it should have been
The
gone or
assessment
deteriorated?
concludes that a total recovery is impossible. It is recommended that the robot's external shell be removed and replaced, while keeping the outer circuitry and related transmission devices.
You can always rely on Mr. Svarog to come up with a brilliant idea. So, I guess we'll have to go find a new robot shell to fix
No.
it, right? I'm not sure if anyone sells this kind of thing. However, there must be some robot shells lying around the machine graveyard. Everyone calls it a graveyard, but there are actually lots of useful parts buried there. I'm gonna return the parts to the vagrants first. Then I'll check on the little fella. Can I trust you to find a shell in the machine graveyard?
My gosh.
Really? Then I'll look for Toby at the front.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, lady. Like, most quests are really good, but Clara's just killing me. Hurricanes.
Hello, guests of Miss Clara. Please do as you wish. Miss Clara has assigned me the task of planning your... Would you like to engage in super speedo? If so, please confirm by spinning counterclockwise 10 times. then clockwise by 270 degrees.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 270 degrees. Joking aside though.
Shift the balance. Ha! Blade and flight!
Fight is fun!
Nap time.
I like her a lot. She helps me just like power, like a battery. She makes yanking so like Yankee, like over the top. I don't really. At the same time though, I don't really know because Himiko is like. I feel like the 2 TPS I do more damage. I don't know. It's a little hard to tell. Like, it's helpful, but it's hard for me to tell how helpful it is, if that makes any sense at all. Like, it's probably a lot more helpful than I think, but it just seems sort of slow? But I don't know. It's hard for me to tell.
Shift the balance.
Will of preservation.
Yeah. Oh! Oh! Okay, well, as you can see...
I'm okay.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirit. Fight is fun!
Just in time. Just a little something.
Yeah.
Better late than never. Swords descend!
Oops, that was a mistake.
Let's be friends.
Nap time.
I'm on guard.
Strike with heart.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Yeah. I don't know. We're all bitter. You and I are bitter. We're still bitter.
Welcome, customers.
That's better.
Strike with heart. Practice is over. Swords descend. We make a pretty good team.
We have arrived at our first destination.
Robot pet battles sound a little frightening. The inside of the armor is a total mess due to being melted by the heat. Unfortunately, it appears to be useless.
We are on our way to the second destination.
Really?
Caution! You have exceeded the speed limit. Please obey Bellabog traffic laws.
No,
On the road,
vroom.
safety is the top priority.
Blade and flight. Let's be friends.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Nice teamwork. Lance! Forward!
Naughty child.
Yeah, I don't know what to do because like I don't know. like what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean?
Strike with heart.
I'm not quite sure.
1,000 wonders to raid. Fight is fun.
Time for a shot.
It's time.
Yeah, that's the problem though. It's like taking that risk. You know what I mean?
This machine was.
That is such an
Your trip has concluded. I appreciate you putting your trust in Toby. A 5-star review for this trip has been automatically generated for you. You're welcome.
Thanks, bro.
Clara, it's time for a break.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. I'm fine. Oh, you're back already. How did it go? This shell. It doesn't appear to be the same design as this little fella's, but it shouldn't matter. The structures of these small robots are nearly identical. Thank you for bringing this to me. I finished extracting that chip from the small robot. Now, all that's left to do is move all this circuitry into the new shell. Although its appearance has changed a lot, I think we did a good job. But what I just did, is it any different from those pet upgrades that the vagrants perform?
Not
Dang.
compatible. Incompatible?
Oh no!
Huh? It's making a strange sound.
Incompatible.
What's going on? Is it malfunctioning?
Incompatible. Incompatible.
Risk level high. Clara, get away now.
Big brother, watch out! It's out of control!
Are we gonna beat it up again?
Incompatible.
No, I don't want to do this anymore. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Swords descend!
My gosh.
Terminate.
Phew. That was close. Fortunately, Mr. Svarog and Big Brother acted fast. Why did the little fella...
Troubleshooting assessment. The system on the chip and the new hardware are incompatible, causing the robot to behave erratically. The current issue has been resolved.
It's so
Risk
ridiculous.
Level low. Alert lifted.
It appears to have adjusted to its new shell after the battle. That's great, but I'd like to keep a closer eye on it for a while. I'm also curious about where this little fella came from. Could you please come back later? I need to look into something. Thank you, Big Brother. Mr. Svarog, I'd like to give this little fella a name. Any ideas for a good name?
Accessing name database. Search results. Abby, Abigail, Ada, Addison.
I should come back to Clara later.
What if I don't want to? What if I want to, like, handle it now? Clara. Apparently, because they don't give me the part 2 yet. Because there's not a, look, there's not a part 2 yet. Guess we do Himiko next.
If you like, I can give all of you... The sofa's here all... Thanks for inviting me. It must be difficult for Asta. Being the lead researcher isn't easy. As soon as the Legion exits stage right, in comes the gossip. How does that saying go again? Greet enemies outside with a smile, greet enemies inside with a sword. Such is the Herda company culture. Herda doesn't really have anything to do with it. I'm afraid wherever you find people, you find gossip of some variety. Are you thinking of getting involved? Well, while these rumors have nothing to do with us, they do concern the reputation of young Asta. And turning a blind eye is not the way of the Nameless. Solving a matter like this won't be difficult. Predictably, the crowd cares more about the drama than the facts.
Stopping the rumors from brewing is more important right now than laying out the truth. And it's better to unearth the source of the rumors directly than to painstakingly try to refute them one by one. You're a smooth talker. I have a friend. They say there isn't a single piece of station gossip she doesn't know about. First of all, it's not me. Secondly, I don't make friends just for the sake of gossip. It's just that my friend is pretty amazing, and I think you might be able to extract some information from her. Let's see. Right now, she's probably slacking off somewhere outside the department. I don't know her real name, but she calls herself Gossip Monger.
Oh boy. She doesn't just sip the tea. Apparently.
Got places to be? I'm your best guide.
I can't see anyone slacking off. Maybe Gossip Monger isn't around?
Oh my gosh. Stop.
The rumors are already circulating. Let's gather some intel first.
Why are you still here? Didn't your department call you to prepare for the emergency operation?
No. I just sneaked out for a little while. What are the odds?
I got a group message 2 minutes ago saying that something's happened in the Special Purpose Lab. Somebody's trapped. The security department's blocked off the area around the entrance.
The Special Purpose Lab? Then wouldn't Pamela, I mean Gossip Monger, be...
Most likely. No wonder she's not here right now.
Oh no, Gashapon Monger.
The walkways around the Special Purpose Lab have been temporarily closed off. Please keep your distance. I'm afraid this is a live situation. Wait. Brother Arlen told me about you. If you insist on going, then I wish you the best of luck.
Sure. Let's go, Yankees. Let's get him.
You're Brother Arlen's friend. The security department received information about sightings of Legion remnants in the vicinity. However, we just confirmed that there are monsters here that have never been seen before. The security department sectioned off the area immediately, but we lost contact with some people. Did Arlen ask you to investigate? Great. I've made some new discoveries. Did you see it? Look, it seems like the rumors about the station are true. There are Stellaron traces here.
Good luck figuring that out. All I know is that monsters have destroyed the power supply installations here. The elevator is out of commission, so the people stuck on the floor below can't make it up.
Maybe you can help us restart the central elevator?
There are plenty of backup power sources in the storage zone. Right opposite, if I remember right.
As soon as we can restart the power supply, we can get this elevator working and rescue everyone.
Did you find Gossip Monger? What did she say? I knew she was weird. There are many types of friend. She's the type you can only stay friends with if you never meet her. It's okay. It's just a picture. I don't mind. Go ahead.
Aww. Now you gotta wave again. No, Himiko. 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 That's good. I like this. Yeah! That's a winner. He looks slightly... Oh, that's nice. I like seeing different variations pictures.
Let me see. Hey, you're pretty good.
Huh? What are you taking pictures of?
March 7th. Oh, it's Asta. March 7th. I mean, Asta.
Why do you sound so nervous all of a sudden?
And March 9th.
Suspicious.
I didn't expect to see you here. Didn't you say you were really busy?
I am. The Legion has only just retreated. The station is in absolute shambles. Now any progress in rebuilding things has been ruined by the reappearance of the Fragmentum.
Oh. An active Stellaron is rarely a cause for celebration. What did Herta say about the Fragmentum's appearance?
You know what she's like. It's like nothing's happened. She's just sitting back and giving orders. If there's time later, I want to talk to you both in more detail about this.
Anytime.
Right?
I need to go. Someone's taken my family encryption key. You know, the one I used to withdraw my allowance? I need to get to the bottom of it.
Oh no! Her allowance.
That might be the whistleblower's so-called evidence. Looks like you don't have much time to lose.
Nemesis is... Hey Miko. Hey Miko.
Welcome to the station.
Doesn't fit Gossip Monger's descriptions. She said, a young man with black-rimmed glasses and a slanted fringe.
And you are? And you are? Oh, well done. So, you're here about the lead researcher's corruption. I don't get it. Wouldn't it be better to apply that drive to your research? Madame Herta would be delighted to see everyone. What encryption key? Have you been reading too many novels? You think there's some hidden heir on this space station with keys to the family coffers. Less
I hope
fantasizing.
not.
You want the scoop? Fine. I've backed it all up.
Probably is,
Here,
though.
take it. And let it be known that I, Richard Know-It-All, do not spread rumors. This is the receipt. See the title on this? That's what I call Yeah, of course it is. I picked it up at the security department, so I had a peek. Jeez, do I really have... The space station has its own financial procedure. The payer here is... I'm so disappointed. I was so angry, I was shaking. That amount of money? Herself? Who do you think she is? Fleming's daughter? Anyway,
duh.
Now you know everything.
Seems like it's all just a scare.
Got places to be? I'm your best.
You can't waste money like this.
This isn't wasting money. The IBC's budget is so stringent and, the process takes so long. By the time my application would have gone through, too much time would have been wasted. Do you know how much hardware was destroyed when the Legion attacked? And how many cables are currently out of order on the station? How is it my fault when I'm spending my own money to solve everyone else's problems? Give my encryption key back.
Dang.
I won't.
You. Who gave you the right to tell me what to do with my money?
You did.
I have done that, but
Take that.
This doesn't count as wasting money.
How is it not wasting money? We lost that finding device you bought during the Legion's invasion. All you had to do was check the inventory, and we could have replaced it. Why did you make a new order? And that Starnaut fleet from the last time?
I did make an order, but it didn't go through. I was just trying to improve security measures to make sure attacks like this don't happen again. If the money wasn't spent, then it doesn't count. Anyway, are you here for something?
Yeah,
please, tell me why you're here. So, you think Richard was the one who stole my encryption key. So, he was the one who started the rumors. Huh. That fits.
Yeah, right?
It feels like she's not surprised.
I'll deal with that immediately. Please don't worry, Miss Asta.
Go. Wait! Leave the encryption key here.
That's a separate issue. We'll talk about the encryption key later.
How can you...